Hey everyone, welcome to the AI Amigos show. My name is James. I'm here with Jin Chao. Hey Jin Chao, how's it going?
Good, good. Not too bad. Not too bad. You have a good Paddy's Day?
It was a great Patty's Day. How did you? Did you drown the
It's good.
shamrock?
Yeah,
Did you
it's
drown
just it's the same as every one of them is raining. So yeah, I was even suggesting to my friend, why couldn't we move the Paddy's Day a little bit later to April when the weather is better?
the That's a good idea. But the one phrase I heard yesterday was drown the shamrock. That's what that means. I mean drink a lot of alcohol. I
All
didn't
right.
do a lot of that, so I don't know about you,
Green,
Jin
the,
Chao.
the green beer, right? Yeah.
You had the green, and the town, Dublin, was full of people, and I didn't even get close. I'm glad I didn't get close to that.
Uh-huh.
So
But here it's a bit different. I think in the smaller town has their parade earlier, so they can go to the bigger town. It's kind of funny, like when you started, like 5 minutes before, everybody just gathered, the whole lot of people, and then once finished, 5 minutes later, it's gone. Traffic is normal. Where did they go?
the
So
pub, that's where they go. Let me tell you, I'm in Lucan, and Lucan had a parade. Selbridge had a parade.
yeah.
They had their own parade, and they were actually, and then I think it was in Maynooth as well. They had a parade,
Hmm.
which is all in this kind of area. And apparently, that I don't know if you know, there was a St. Patrick's statue they had put in Temple Bar, but they had to remove it because people were doing all kinds of. They were putting, like, instead of, like, he had like something in his hand, the shamrock. They were putting beers, and so they
All
had to
right.
get rid of it. But then they took that statue and they were running around different places like Maynooth,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Celbridge, Luke, and so
Okay.
they had the statue around the different parades. So yeah, that was what was going on there.
One time a year.
Exactly.
Patrick gonna see the world. Otherwise, it's in a storage somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, everyone, as you guys know, we're sponsored by Tequila AI, and you probably know that we are now on Wednesdays instead of Thursdays.
Yeah.
And you also probably notice that Marina is not with us as well. So, fortunately, due to Marina's work commitments and schedule, it's a lot of commitment to be on a week to week to prepare topics
Yeah.
and discuss and be prepared for our audience. So, unfortunately, she's decided to move on, and we wish her well, to
Hmm.
Marina. So now it's just myself and Jin Chao. So we're still amigos, but Jin Chao is just two amigos now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was gonna say, because you can't say AI friends, AI. I don't know how you say amigos in Chinese. So we can say AI and then whatever it is in Chinese. So
Yeah. I think
so
it's just putting down some Chinese subtitles would be okay. But anyway, if you're interested in filling Marina's role, just give us a comment and send us email or something. We can talk. If you're genuinely interested in AI, love to talk about AI and machine learning and all those news out there. Yeah, welcome.
yeah, definitely bring you on and see, bring you as a guest, see how it goes, and then yeah, and see if it's for you, because it is I guess a bit of skill, right? Jin Shao, it's not like it's not for everyone, but it's for a lot of people anyway. So,
What do you mean? To
like,
be in front of the camera? Yes.
yeah, exactly, with a microphone and then understanding the topic and being able. But we've always, hey Sabrina, was going to say, myself and Jin Shao, the main model for the AI Amigo show, should I say, the main model for the AI Amigo show is
Mhm.
let's have fun, right?
Yep, yeah, yeah.
So
To actually follow the news, if someone wants to see what's going on in the AI world, and we talk all sort of AI, yeah, to have fun as well.
well, I guess so one of the things I was going to say, Jin Chao, like today's topic, maybe not so fun, right? So, Andrew Yang, who is a market analyst, says that AI will destroy millions and millions of jobs.
Yeah,
So I know
was it
we've talked
him?
about this before.
Yeah, was it him the kind of running for presidency in 2020 in US? Was
Yeah,
Andrew
that's
Yang the
right.
guy? Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
and yeah.
So he said that it's going to be millions and millions of jobs. What do you think? I mean, we've talked about this before.
Hmm.
I still maintain. Um, I'm still going to maintain that AI the economics behind it is not there. What I mean by the economics, a lot of companies are still incorporating AI. Yes, the big tech companies, 100%, like the Metas. I mean, look at X when it was Twitter, and then Elon Musk bought it, and then he
Mhm,
immediately let like what 80% of the staff go,
mhm,
and it
mhm.
still ran. X still ran no problem. So that was an interesting. And I know that a lot of tech companies right now are letting a lot of people go, but the excuse that they're using is that it's AI. And a lot of
Mhm.
it is probably over hiring. They've got too many employees and things. But Andrew Yang, one of the things he was saying there, Jinsha, which you were mentioning to me, is truck drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it was saying like it would distract the society basically because it was mentioning if autonomous driving is in place and then 18 states of in America, the truck driver is the number one job in that state. And I'm not sure where he get this status, but a significant amount of people in America is truck drivers. And if autonomous driving replace them, there will be problems. Just like huge amount of people don't have a job anymore, and how they're gonna fit their family and all that, and is the issue. And on top of that, he was talking about. I think a company now, when they are talking about, oh, we are firing people for AI, and it's for profit as well in some extent because you see the blocks just fired. Is it 40% or something people, and then the price just the stock price jumped 28%, and a lot of people are company or they wanted to sack people just like you said they might be over hiring before, but they sacked the people and said, "Oh, it's for AI," so the stock can go up. Because the worst case they sees if you use AI to cut the cost, and then yeah, definitely the profit is going up. So that's what it is.
Well, I know in Amazon, for example, they had record profits and they still let people go. You know what I mean? Like that was a bit shocking.
Yeah, I think Amazon. There's some news around that. It says Amazon wanted to, yeah, they all offload, cut employees just to fund the AI. Right. The Meta is the same. Meta is in a lot of news is Meta is the number one applying and like LLM AI into advertising and really making money out of it, but they're still cutting people out of it. Um, to turn around, just invest millions in AI as well. And I think right now is the war is on the AI data centers. A lot of big uh, companies are making their own data centers, and that's the other issue with the U.S. Electric grid as well. On top of that,
Well, did you see that they were trying to put, or they were talking about, and they actually was bombed, but like they wanted to move data centers to the Middle East because the Middle East is cheap electricity, and Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and Qatar, and all that.
hmm
And during this war, and I'm not here to take sides and none of that, but just to say that some companies now, I know that AWS's data center was attacked or bombed,
hmm
and so now they're going to have to rethink that strategy. So I mean,
yeah,
so you're saying they're like, so the American grids, the grid system cannot take on because of the mass amount of energy consumption data centers are consuming, and then say, okay, well, let's build them in places that it's cheap electricity or cheap,
mhm.
and they have the power grid, and it was in that part of the Middle East, and now, look what's going on.
It
That's
is.
that's
It is. Yeah, it's definitely it's two race, right? Who has the best model electric grid as well, and that's why I was saying China is definitely ahead of them, and then European. I don't know. Like U.S. is an interesting one because I was watching a documentation about this from 70s to 2000s. The the electric is increased year on year to about 2000 ish, and because the innovation on the electric how they produce, how everyone produce electric, how companies using electric. They saved, because of efficiency, they saved about 18, they call terawatt, TW.
Yeah.
So there was no need to produce more. So from 2000, it's basically flatlined. It didn't have much increase. It just, America got more and more efficient on using the electricity. But that's the problem. And then since then, there's the regulations, all that sort of stuff on top of it, just really slow things down.
The
And that's
green
why,
initiatives and stuff like that. Yeah.
yes,
And not,
yes,
and
they were
not here
saying
to.
like you needed 10 years to plan a grid and to put a line somewhere, just from the plan phase to actually successful implement it. That's like mental for 10 years. And then the data center and then the AI model change every 3 to 6 months. How do you go up with that, right? That's why the kind of Elon is kind of having their generators and a power bank right beside their AI data center. So they're kind of self-efficient now these days. There's a lot of companies start doing that at the moment now in US. So yeah, X just one of
Yeah,
them.
there was a nuclear power plant, or it was a nuclear power plant, and then also a dam that was bought by like an Amazon and Microsoft again to power their electro needs. And then Elon is saying that he wants to build a data centers in space. Yeah.
Yeah. He has the infrastructure there now, right?
Yeah.
So it's the biggest Wi-Fi out there you could use.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. Like, even I know that during what's going on with the Ukrainian-Russian war, the thing is like they're using Starlink, so therefore you can't go and destroy like a central communications hub because it's up in space. And he's got so many satellites in space that even if you destroy, I think he's got like 12,000.
Yeah.
So even if you destroy 1,000, I mean, you still have another 11. So many redundancies. I mean, and he's got it so cheap now that he can just send them right up again and again. So a data center in space would be an interesting option for that, and including, with his autonomous or robotic workers, to put them in there to work in space, because they don't need oxygen and temperature control. And well, I mean, they would need some temperature control, right? But they don't need oxygen. So yeah, it would be interesting. Yeah. So
it's cool.
It's interesting times, but I mean, you saw Yang was saying there, like, he wasn't just talking about like truck drivers, he was talking about call centers, and he's just talking about, with mass layoffs where there's be like riots and things. Because if you don't have a job, I mean, if we hit a high unemployment, people are going to say, well, how are we going to pay our bills? How are we going to buy homes? How are we going to buy subscriptions and pay for them if we don't have a job?
100%. That's kind of that links to the other news last week about Anthropic, or ask U.S. government to tax them instead of the people, because the company being going around it, right? That's the way of, I'm not going to pay users now, because when you hire a person, there's additional costs on top of the salary the company has to pay, right?
Benefits.
Yeah, benefits, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I can replace you with the AI. That's just cheaper now. We know some jobs, not all the jobs, but Andrew Yang was saying the call center definitely can replace them.
Yeah.
Just straight away, 200,000 people redundant. What are they going to do? So at the end, the government is short of income, taxes, and that there's no money to give to the people, or universal payment or something. So
where's that going to come from?
Yeah, that's what Anthropic says. Tax us, we give you the money. That's I don't know. That's very interesting. No other company did that before. Says, come on, tax us. But they did. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is different. I think that the speed of how fast things are changing, and even within the AI tools themselves, where things are developing so quickly, because you can say, oh, I'm going to go learn this AI tool and do its best, and then 6 months down the road, that tool is obsolete, or I'm going to build something out, and then it's obsolete. So It is interesting, man.
Yeah, it definitely changed. And then like just top of that and topic, I just something just jumped in my mind. Is that like trying to connect with government again, pull the Pentagon deal out from the OpenAI? We don't know.
They could probably do it, Jinshao. The OpenAI came and did it to them, so why
Yeah,
wouldn't they do it
maybe
back?
they're showing the piece out for the government. I think you can tax us if you keep us. Who knows what's under the table, right? But it seems suspicious.
Well, their infrastructure was already in there, so I mean, why would you go to someone else?
Yeah, if I'm sitting on the board of Anthropic, I won't be happy. What do you mean tax more? Right? Where's my profit?
Well, exactly. I mean, it is interesting how that whole thing played out and how AI companies, going forward. But I mean, we've even seen with AI companies, the amount of usage for individuals, like
Mhm.
your usage, where my usage, is from what I've seen is, or from what I've heard, should I say, and seen from what I've read, is that they're not even making up the costs of, so that what they're charging us is not enough for them to make
Mhm.
profits. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's the market monopoly play, right? They take as much as possible the market profit later, as long as they have the market, the profit will come. So that's the basic play. That's a typical play for any company. I mean, look at Uber and look at Amazon, right? When do they start making money? Right? Has Uber start making money now, or what?
Well, I mean, I think they are, but
But for a
I'll be
very long
honest, I'm not
time,
100% sure.
yeah. But for a very long time, they're just burning money, and same as Amazon, and just
They burn the
lately,
money to get market penetration, to get into the
yes.
market, to get customers. And then once you have customers, like a lot of people, I mean, I know after the Pentagon thing, a lot of people wanted to cancel their subscription with OpenAI. But
Uh-huh.
prior to that, I mean, I know a lot of people that won't go anywhere else than OpenAI. And you're thinking, well, because that was the first one, that was the first one they got
But
used
still
to.
have a quite big market share at the moment, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you listen to radio, TV, everything, when they talk about LLM, it's ChatGPT.
Hmm.
Nobody really mentioned, like nobody outside tech world really. Oh, Claude. Oh, Gemini. Nobody was saying that. Oh, just ChatGPT. I ask ChatGPT this. I ask ChatGPT that. But still ChatGPT. So they still have a large user base.
Well, looking at here, it says Anthropic is capturing 32 to 40% of the enterprise
Yeah,
usage. Just one here, an AI overview from Gemini.
yeah.
And it says OpenAI market share decreased from 50% in 2023 to about 25, 27 to mid 2025. And Google's become the third largest player, 20, 21%.
Mm-hmm.
And it said Meta roughly holds 9%. So that's now I don't know where it's getting that data from. Let's see here. LLM Statistics 2026 adoption trends and market insights that was reported on the 2nd of February 2026 by
Mm-hmm.
Hostinger. That's where that comes from. That's where that they got.
OpenAI would be like, I think it would be like a Nokia.
Yeah.
You know,
Or AOL. Remember AOL or
yeah,
Yahoo?
we're still talking about. Oh, you remember like Nokia? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
BlackBerry.
Yeah, the
You know,
names, they're big, but I don't
companies
know.
have become obsolete. So first doesn't make you last the best.
No. But
So
that's
remember,
another thing as well, right? All the company been riding on the we call giant shoulder, right? And that's what happened with all the Chinese model, DeepSeek, Minimax, and all that. And I don't know how they reverse engineer, but like to DeepSeek has 36. I see a kind of documentation or is new somewhere. And
yeah.
OpenAI accused DeepSeek because DeepSeek has 36,000 counts in OpenAI and grabbing things, um, grabbing the information out of OpenAI to make their own model better.
Huh.
And there's a Chinese word for it. I didn't find the English word or specific technical term, but I'm looking into it. It's quite interesting. A lot of those models, Chinese models, are stealing things from other people. But like if you can ask OpenAI or something like in the console to get more information, how does the thing set up?
Yeah, I
It's
read something where that I think Chinese company, I don't know which one it was uh, the Opus 4.6 that they've now reverse engineered. And what they did is they opened up 48,000 fake accounts and had it ask questions, questions, questions,
yeah,
questions. And then those answers it gave, it was able to reverse engineer based on
yeah, yeah,
responses. Yeah.
yeah, something like that. I don't know how they did it, but very interesting. But if you have that skill, that's good. You can make your model.
Well, you think about it, if you have that skill, why don't you just create your own models? I guess I don't know.
You could. That's pretty
But I
good.
mean, but I mean, I think the way the Chinese companies have been going is they're is they build them and then open source it, and just give everyone, and that basically um,
Yeah. From
bypasses the whole.
from end of last year to this year, two models. I think the one you mentioned about Kimi and
Yeah.
Minimax, those two really taking off, and they have a lot of money income. People really subscribe to them at the moment. And I tried Minimax myself, and for
Okay.
like 22 euro a month, you get agent system. You can set up your open cloud in their environment. You can connect to Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever. So you don't need to have Mac Mini. Just doing things. You can chat. You can make uh, deep research reports. There's just so many agents you can plug in. Yeah, if you don't have any sensitive information, why not? Uh, Cheaper price.
Or put it on a separate isolated computer and have it just specifically for certain things or something like that. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
just thinking out loud.
I mean, I've been playing with Open Cloud at the moment. Just still trying to find out why people wanted to use it. Um,
Is it the
yeah,
thing when you can message from your phone? But I'm thinking like, when will you message from your phone? When you're out in the shop, when you're at the gym, if you're
you have
driving?
console as well. You have console for different. So that's why I just don't understand. But there's one particular scenario making me think, oh yeah, there's something about this. It's because one of our friends asked me for QR code. I could just tell them this is that, make the QR code, and come back with the QR code. But I think you can do that with any other console. But that's the only time I think, oh, maybe there's something here. I can just chat to it, send a voice message, and then do
Yeah,
that. The other thing I think is very important is long-term memory of the open cloud. It remembers everything about you. So
persistence. Yeah, that's to me that's a big thing because I know that if you ask agents, um, it doesn't remember something from like a month ago or 3 weeks ago,
but
where the
if you
open cloud
yeah,
will.
but if you look at how you set up OpenClaw, it's just 5 or 6 and markdown files and personality, all that, everything recorded inside those 5 files, constantly updating as well. And then that's I just sidetrack a little bit. That's a lot of people try to run OpenClaw on their Mac Mini, won't work. That's the reason, because the preload of the stuff is really big. Every time you chat, there's massive amount of preload about who you are and all that, and that's why
And how does it get that?
it's from every chat is updated
Oh,
itself.
okay. And so do
There's
you have every chat from like another chat? Like let's say you chat a lot into
See, for
another
example,
model.
if I talk to OpenCloud, I'm Jen Chao Wang, and what age am I, where I live, and all that, and you don't need to tell him to remember; he will remember it.
Hmm.
So it updates those files. But every time you chat, those things are they call preload cache. This is the problem with machines like our one, so small. The enterprise level, they all mastered it. So every customer has one or multiple cache of the person, but only the difference of it, it will be stored. For example, let's say you have three open claw,
Yeah.
three lobster doing all different things. That's how they wanted to play, right?
Yeah.
But how you store those is each of the claw has this preloaded cache, like 1 gig, 1 gig, 1 gig. So it's 3 gig. So most of the amount of the cache, they are same. Why not just 1 gig, 800 file, 800 megabyte file, and with three different differential files. So that shrank it down to 1.4, 1.5, whatever, right? So this cache management system is very hard to run in Mac Mini and in personal computer. That is the secret sauce for the large language model company, OpenAI, Claude, and all that. That's how they run it. Otherwise, if everyone have a file that big, it will be their system will be blown up. So all the same stuff is in one place. That's why we can create the multiple agent maybe in OpenAI. They still know who you are in each chat. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm looking into it at the moment. Yeah. So
that is a very interesting, because I mean that's the thing I think a lot of users get annoyed with, and I would be one of those as well. I'm sure you, Jinchao, that you have to tell it again and again and again the same thing. And it's like, how do you not remember me telling you this before? And it just wastes time. But I saw that what's his name, Boris Cherny, who is the developer of Claude Code, and he gave out some the Claude.md file, and how you should use it for every specific project and helping it. But it's not just, it's some of that persistence, but even then it still doesn't get your, like for example, you may tell it your name and everything, but then you can duplicate it again and again and again to use it in different projects.
There's even people who are talking about, I've seen a video people are using. I'm still trying to find. Claude released a training tutorial about how to use their prompts, how to structure them. And why this tutorial is different is because you can try it on live, see what's the results, and tell you, oh, you did wrong, you did right, and follow the tutorial. So I'm still trying to find that. I think I needed to learn to relearn prompt engineering from the zero again, just to fully understand, because model changed, ways of using those prompts has been changed dramatically. So re-understanding different models, I think is important. I mean, like, look at in China, there's plenty of people install Claude and running as a little army, like 3 or 4 running on different tasks. That's mental.
And what tasks are they doing? What are they doing with that? Like,
I don't know. There's people helping you to install, charge you money, and there's plenty of people charge you money to help you uninstall as well. There's some people crying about burning so much token one night and don't know how to pay for it, and there's people couldn't get enough of it. So I don't know. The short answer is I don't know.
Okay. Well, with that, that's coming to the end of our show. I want to thank everyone for joining us. There was some comments there. And Jinsha, I want to say thank you to you. Don't forget that we are sponsored by Tequila AI. Good people out there. And so Tequila AI. And so I want to thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next week on Wednesday again. Have a great week.
I know.